Whenever I hear about people talking about why they bought the Switch 2, it's either because they wanted to show it to their audience or they wanted to dismantle it and make it into a video. I just wanted to play Mario Kart, dude. I just wanted to play that. So here's the Switch 2. I wanted to make a little video just talking about the Switch 2 and playing around with it and doing stuff. Just for a quick comparison's sakes, here's my Switch OLED, and putting that next to the Switch 2, there is a huge difference. The screen is massive by itself. It pretty much takes up the screen plus a Joy-Con, which is insane. It's a massive screen. So why did I get the Switch 2 when I've already got a Switch OLED? Again, the reason I just really wanted to play Mario Kart. I'm a sucker for kart races, and I really just wanted to play Mario Kart World. So I ended up getting this. I've already played Mario Kart World for quite a bit, but I was waiting to make this video before I played too much of it because I wanted to sort of have a first impressions experience with it before I made any more progress in it. So the first thing and coolest thing about the Switch 2 is the Joy-Cons have magnets in them, so you can just do that and then detach them so you don't have to slide them on, off or on, and then they just snap back into place, which is really cool. And it's the same for these weird little grips as well that is supposed to be used for the mouse. So you essentially just put one side on, line them up, and then snap it into place. But the really cool thing is, really dumb but really cool, is that you can do it with either. So you can have odd coloured, Joy-Cons and little mouse things at the bottom as well. So what's this for? This isn't like the the grip used for the original Switch. This isn't the same as that. So what's the purpose of this? Why are there little black grippy bits on here if you can't put it back onto the Switch? I'll show you properly in a minute, but essentially you can use the Joy-Cons as mice for controlling like with a mouse and a computer. So you detach them, plop it down, and then just start moving it around. The only thing that I don't like about these is that it's actually just like smooth plastic like you'd have on the underside of a normal mouse. I feel like I would have preferred it, especially on the Joy-Con itself, maybe if it was like a foam fabric piece instead. I feel like that would be a lot better to put on on a table or on your lap or something. I feel like it would be a bit better over time. So you snap on your Joy-Cons, bada bim bada boom. There you go, you turn it on, and there you go, you got a screen. The screen is very good actually. While I do have the Switch OLED, the colors on this screen is also really good. It does like the colors pop. The darks are very vibrant. The darks are dark. The colors are colorful. I don't know enough about screens. I know enough about resolution and refresh rates, but not about color depth and HDR and that sort of stuff. So I don't know too much. So when it comes to HDR, I can't exactly say because I'm not that sort of well versed in that sort of stuff. But the biggest thing that I do like about the Switch 2 is the fact that it does support Switch 1 games, which I'm really happy about because it means that, Nintendo are actually not trying, but they're being consistent with their previous consoles, like the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance, the DS to the 3DS, the Wii to the Wii U, even the GameCube to the Wii itself, where they're being backwards compatible with their games. And there is a huge library of games on the Switch that you can use on the Switch 2. And not all of them, some silly billies can potentially play anymore unless you buy it secondhand, like Mario 3D All-Stars. But you got your main games. You can play Mario Kart World, and when you get bored, you can go over and play Mario Kart 8. This is gonna have an insane library when the time actually comes for there to be a full library of games, even with the Nintendo Classics consoles with the SNES, GameCube. The library on the Switch 2 is absolutely going to be insane. I'm really excited for what's going to happen in the future with Switch 2, but with the library of the Switch 1, it's going to be insane. It's going to be a very interesting time to enjoy the Switch 2. So I'm gonna stop using my my awful setup that I've got at the moment. I'm actually gonna play some games, and I'm gonna talk about it for a bit. So this is gonna be a ramble video essentially, just talking about the Switch 2 while I'm playing it. So welcome to the home screen of the Switch 2. Something I just want to really quickly show you is, this. Mind-blowing. Look at that. Look how crazy that is. Even on the mouse mat, it doesn't feel nice. It's okay, I guess. It's alright. So yeah, you can use this as just like a normal mouse. You can like left click on stuff and then that would take you to places, and you know, you can do stuff with that. You can click, hold click and then drag and do stuff like that. You know, it does mouse stuff. I think there's like a right click function that essentially like takes you back, I think. No? Okay. Never mind. But yeah, that's the mouse function. It just does that. There is a minigame in the Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I may end up doing like some part of the video on. I'm not really sure. But I want to play Mario Kart and talk about Mario Kart for a bit. So I'm going to be using the Switch 2's controller grip, the Joy-Con grip, whatever. It's okay. It feels alright, but I do feel like there's some weird like harder edging on the controller that just feels strange, and I don't quite know how I feel about it at the moment, to be honest, because I feel like after a while it would just, you know, sort of dig into my hand, and I don't know over time how that would feel. At the moment it doesn't fill me with like such great hope, because it's like, you know, holding hard corners for a long time just doesn't feel great. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it at the moment, but over time I guess we'll have to see how that feels. But I don't feel like super great about it at the moment. Maybe I just need some time to feel better about it, because I haven't had prolonged time to just use it. So I guess I can come to some sort of conclusion about that later. I don't know. I want to see if I can go up there without freaking out and exploding and falling and dying everywhere. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is the main reason I wanted to get a Switch 2. I'm kind of avoiding the P-Switches at the moment, because I want to do that at some other point. Just want to enjoy the game at the moment and then worry about collectathon stuff later. I'm not too fussed about that right now. No, okay. I'll worry about that at some other point, it's fine. Right, so I want to change character. I want to be... I haven't been a Koopa Trooper yet. Be a Koopa Trooper. It's the Bee Dasher. I actually like the Bee Dasher. It's a nice it's a nice car, and it's like a staple in Mario Kart since like what, Mario Kart DS or something. I am absolutely obsessed with DK Spaceport, I think it's called. I absolutely love this track. I don't really know why. Like, I really like this track. I've played it a lot of times since I started playing this game. And I want to just do one quick zoom around without any like stuff going on, so I can just enjoy it a bit. The gliding physics aren't exactly the same as they were in Mario Kart 8. When you'd glide and you'd hit a ramp, you used to be able to just bounce off of it and do a stunt, but now you can't. It's very different to that. Sort of bounce off of the platform instead of actually doing a trick on it. Ayupa. Ayupa. Ayupa yupa. So yeah, I just really love this. It's a very cool design for a track, and it's, at the moment, it's my favorite. It's the most uniquely designed track in the whole game, from what I've experienced at the moment. I know that there's a track in the game, I don't remember what it's called, but it seems to be like a speedrunner's like dream when it comes to perfecting the tech in this game, with the stunts and wall rides and clips and stuff like that. And I haven't seen it yet. I don't really know what it's like. Some of the tracks that I've seen have kind of just been a bit generic, I want to say, in my opinion. And then we go down this way and we can start the track again. Get out of the way. But I forgot what track it was. It was... what was it? This one. Whistle Stop Summit. When I was doing the first GP course track, whatever, Cup. There you go, the first GP Cup. I didn't even realize this race has started. I got to like the final corner, I was like, oh, we already started the race. It's just really weird. It's very strange. It's weird that it's a, I don't know, the tracks, from what I've seen, some of them are just a bit ununique, and then you have this one which is super unique, and I love it. It's great. It's such a unique Mario Kart track. Let's go down this way. But yeah, I love how this game looks as well. It looks super good compared to how Mario Kart 8 looks. It's very much more stylized. It's less realistic in its themes. It takes more liberties in the colors and the character designs and the world's environments. It doesn't mean that everything's perfect. Like I said, things still seem a bit sort of generic in their design, which I don't really like that much, but you know, is what it is. Something I do really love about this game so far is the soundtrack. You know what, instead of just bouncing around and doing like tricks, I'm actually gonna play the game. So I'm gonna do a grand tour. I might do a grand tour and I might do a knockout tour. Let's try it with a B-dasher. I think I've messed around enough with DK Spaceport. Well, we'll do this one because I haven't done this one yet. Whoa. So something, yeah, like I said, something else, something I really love about this game is the sound design and especially the music. I love when you're doing free roam, you get a whole assortment of different Mario themes. It's not specifically Mario Kart related, it's Mario themed, just music from the Mario franchise in general. So there's music from like Mario 3, there's like Mario Kart Double Dash, there's Mario 64, Mario Galaxy that was playing before this started. The music from the tracks that these courses originate, well, the tracks from the games these courses originate from, does that make sense? Words? The themes are actually remade from the ground up instead of just reusing any Mario Kart 8 themes. And there's something else as well. Thinking about Mario Kart 8, the DLC pack that was released, this is just a huge rambly video, I'm not gonna lie. But the DLC pack that they released, and whoa, the tracks on there, from the very beginning when the tracks were being released, I was very underwhelmed by them because they felt like they were just ports of the Mario Kart Tour tracks. Come on. I felt like they were just sort of underwhelming. I felt like they looked kind of bland compared to the Mario Kart 8 tracks. They look much more detailed. The ones from the expansion packs were just like really relied very heavily on just like over exaggeration and of like cartoony designs, and it didn't fit in with the rest of how Mario Kart 8 looked, so it was very jarring when you'd go from one track to another one. But this one doesn't really, like Mario Kart World doesn't really suffer from that because it's got more of a theme to it. Obviously there's no DLC in it, but it's nice that they've gone back to being consistent with the art style instead of going back to the way that the DLC courses were. And again, it was just sort of underwhelming. I felt like, especially a course like Wario Pinball could have been a lot more expressive than it was, than we actually got. But you know, we can't really change that. Could you imagine Wario Pinball in this? Could you imagine how good that would look? I'm just wishful thinking now. But yeah, I love the sound design in this game. The music, the sound effects, the audio cues. like when you're starting a new cup, when you're selecting an option in a menu, the impact of the sound is very impactful. And then when you're pairing that with the Joy-Cons as well, and the vibration and the new way that the Joy-Cons vibrate, it all feels very good. It also seems to come together to make like selecting things and having options and sound effects and stuff like paired together with the vibrations of the Joy-Cons really well. And it just makes it feel more like impactful when you do something. It's hard to explain. But speaking of like the vibrations of the Joy-Cons as well, there's a there's a demo, like a tech demo in a Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tour that you can do, and basically it just like, it sort of mimics what a rubber ball would feel like inside of a maraca, and it's insane how good that feels. The Joy-Cons had like HD rumbles, like the original Joy-Cons had HD rumble, but the HD rumble in the Switch 2s, they've improved even more. I don't know if it's true, but apparently they've reworked it from the ground up, but it's the way that the controllers vibrate and the way that they feel. It was insane. It's the first time that I've sort of tried something like that where I've been like, whoa dude, that's crazy. Which is insane. I don't have DualShock 5s. I know that they have crazy rumble in the triggers and different types of haptic feedback as well. But it's super good in the Joy-Con 2s, and I wasn't expecting it personally. I wasn't expecting it to feel that good. It's something simple like vibrations, but it's something very like, I don't know, impactful. It's gonna probably be one of those things where it's gonna have to wait and see what Nintendo actually do with it in the future. It could be nothing. They might not really do anything with it, but it does feel really good at the moment. Like the way that they've used it and the sort of idea they have with the maracas and the rubber ball on the inside, it just felt really good. And I know that there was like a, what was it, 1-2 switch on the original Switch, and it had like that mini game where you sort of guess how many dice or whatever it was there was in the Joy-Con, and then you had to guess through like the feeling of it. I never got to try that, but the rubber ball feel, like it's heavy. Like, that's a heavy vibrate. It feels like a rubber ball. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for this sort of stuff. I'm a bit of a simple man. Let me have my simple things. But yeah, it's just sort of crazy to see, really. Oh, what is this? What is this music? Oh, it's the slide theme from Mario 64. Oh yeah. No, why did I do that? Alright. Something I keep saying, like, something I love about this game. Another thing that I love about this game is how quickly you get back into the action when you fall off of the ledge. Lakitu comes and picks you up, and then he plops you back in, and then instantly you get a boost no matter what you really do, or like how your timing is with the button to like press it and then get back into it. You sort of just like instantly get back into the game, and it's super quick, which is great. It keeps the action going even if you sort of, you know, mess up. Gives you that gives you that chance to get back into it. Wow, I got 2 Koopas. Look at that. I wanna complain for a minute as well. So in Mario Kart 8, in the DLC pack, this track was part of it, and I hate it so much. It bothers me how lazy the track is. In terms of how it's technically put together, it's so lazily done, and it bothers me so much. And the main reason for that is because of the rails. Like the start of the track that you can zero gravity into, and they've got no collision on, and it bothers me so much because it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's ugly. Like, just having rails and having no collision on it, you would expect to bump into it, but you don't, and it's ugly and it's bad and it sucks and I hate it. But that's my mini rant. This track was better though, it looked nice. It's a side complaint. So what is Wario's Galleon? I guess it's like the Mario Kart 7s. I hate that they bundled the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World. I feel like if they didn't, then I wouldn't have bought the Switch 2. I felt like I'm an absolute sucker for just kart races in general, and I was really thinking about playing Sonic, what was it? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, whatever it's called, I can't remember. Blah. But part of me is just a bit unsure because of how the last game turned out. I felt like Team Sonic Racing was not very, like, enjoyable. I didn't enjoy it so much. Hello? Let me do the thingy. Oh no. Okay, I'm getting destroyed. But yeah, I felt like Team Sonic Racing was just a bit slow and clunky, and I didn't like it so much. It was just not sort of it wasn't what I was expecting after Sonic and All-Stars Racing and Transformed. I was expecting something a bit faster and more I guess fast-paced, I don't know. But yeah, it's why I'm a bit skeptical about the... Okay. So I'm a bit skeptical about Team Sonic Racing Cross World, or whatever it's called. Maybe, who knows? SpongeBob will get me into it, who knows? Or maybe Japanese pop star sensation Hatsune Miku can reel me in. I'm getting mullered. Go! Yeah, talking about controls, that's something that this game fucking nails. But the controls of this game are virtually perfect. Very, very good. I really love how this game controls. I mean, Mario Kart 8 was almost perfect. Pretty much perfect. It was, like, awesome how that game felt. But the way this game feels as well, it's, it gets it, like, pretty much perfectly. And then the added tech of the tricks mechanic as well, where you can sort of, like, you know, do a trick and bounce off walls and grind on rails and stuff. It's very, very satisfying, the controls and how this game feels. It's just super fun to, you know, bounce around and do stuff and float and, you know, do really crazy stuff. Oh look, it's Rosalina. But it's something else I just really love about this. I'm just really, really enjoying this game. Let's do a knockout. Let's play as Rosalina, whatever. Let's use this one. Don't know why. I want the little dumpy. Give me a little dumpy. Okie dokie. Let's do this one. I really enjoy the knockout tours, actually. It's a unique idea that they've introduced to the franchise, and it's really fun. But I just love the whole sort of idea of a knockout tour. I mean, it sort of brings in, you know, the whole battle royale sort of idea to Mario Kart. I didn't know it was necessary, but you know, we got it and it works really well. But the only way they could really introduce something like this and make it seamless and consistent without having load-in screens in between is to make it open world. And then having so many like tracks in between just makes it so much better. I can't hold first in these. I really suck at this game. What? I was in third. What do you mean? The game cheated. It got me in third with the blue shell. Oh well, it's aerodynamic, Rosalina. Hello? Go. Get him. Okay. But yeah, I need to get a lot better at using the like the stunt mechanic, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I could do if I got better at it. But it's just a shame that I kind of suck. There's a lot of crazy stuff that I've seen people do with this. I'm sure that most of it is related to using the feather. But yeah, I just need to get better at it. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game that I've seen. Maybe this wasn't the best track kart choice. It feels kind of slow. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the slow one. A drinky. Oh, okay. Whoops. I need to make myself look really good for the YouTubers. Look, I'm a good Mario Kart player. I've seen people like drift on the side of what's the word? On the side of the tracks as well. Like how is it even possible? But yeah, I guess if you ask me if it was if it's worth buying a Switch 2 now, I'd still say no. Unless you really want to play Mario Kart World, I don't see a reason for it. Moo Moo Meadows. I just don't see the point in buying a Switch 2 at the moment. I was kind of lucky when I bought mine, because I bought mine in the middle of a Nintendo Store restock. I was sort of just checking online every now and then, and the Nintendo Store randomly just so happened to have had a restock at the time, so I bought it. And I wasn't particularly in the best place anyway, so I needed something to distract me. So and the more I was watching clips of Mario Kart, the more that I just really wanted to play it. So I bought it. And now I have it. Look at me. Aren't I cool? Let's get off. Let's go off track. I didn't really do anything, really, did it? Okay. Yeah, that was kind of awful. I don't know why I did that. It really, when you get into like the pack of everyone, it sucks. Like you get really like sucked into it. You just get destroyed. Get out of the way! Oh my god, are you kidding? Okay, what? I'm trying to think of stuff that I haven't really talked about, and ooh, I haven't got this one yet. Oh, bad. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of stuff that I haven't really talked about in terms of the game at the moment. The collectibles I'm not really a huge fan of at the moment. I just don't really see the point in it. I really enjoy the open world. It kind of reminds me of Kirby's Air Ride. I forgot what it's called, the city part of it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that for some reason, but just a lot more expansive. And Diddy Kong Racing as well, with like its open world. Except that you don't go to places to start races, you have to go back to the menu to do it. Part of me sort of wonders how this game would have been if it released on the Switch, the original. I don't know. Okay. I genuinely wonder... Oh, come on. Oh, no, you don't. Come back. Oh. I wonder if the new tech was worth it. Like, I'm wondering if it was necessary. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a bit cynical, but especially when like Deltarune is on the Switch too. Oh, literally as soon as I get in first. Like, yeah, Deltarune too. Well, like Deltarune is on the Switch too, and that's a Game Maker game. And is there any reason in the world for Deltarune to need to be on a Switch 2? Okay, I just fell off. No, I'm screwed. You suck. Please. Move. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, I guess we're getting to that point in video game console generations where it makes you wonder what the point of the generation is. Like, the upgrade is really nice. I don't care about being able to play in 4K. I got like a 1440p and 1080p monitor. Like, I don't really care. The option is nice, I guess, but whether or not I would actually use it is another question. I just enjoy it, I guess. I just want to enjoy the games on it. Whatever, we came fourth. Right, so it's been about a week since I recorded the last part of the video, and I've done something I've never done for a video before. I've taken notes down because there's some stuff that I wanted to talk about for this, and I just wanted to spend a bit more time in the video. So it's going to end up being like a two-part video where I'm talking about, you know, I guess my initial experience and how I enjoyed the game initially, and then how I see the game a week and a half later. So I wanted to get that. Oh, I've ruined it. Okay, that's fine, whatever. So, first thing I wanted to talk about before I talk about anything else, because it's on my mind right now and I didn't write it down because I completely forgot, is the tricks, the game tricks, or the kart tricks. Oh, tricking in the game has become a lot more intuitive. It's a lot easier to... Whoa. It's a lot easier to be able to think of how to do a trick and set yourself up for it. No, I need to restart that. So it's a lot easier to set yourself up for it, and it's a lot easier for me to rack up tricks and scoot around the track. I'm not as good as people that have put a ton of time into this game, and I'm still like, I don't know. somewhat just like novice. I don't care that much about getting really good at the tech of the game. I just want to enjoy the game for what it is, and I don't know, just appreciate how the gameplay works. So I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if I'm really good at tricking or not. Can I get that? Come back. But the tricking is really fun, and when you get used to it, it's a lot easier to think of a way to get yourself back into a race a lot faster. In just like holding the brake down to do just a little stunt hop, that gets you a lot of momentum to get back into a race a lot quicker. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying at the first part of the video, where oh, you can do it with the Joy-Con? Oh, dude, I didn't know that. But you can get into the race again a lot quicker, which goes back into what I was saying in the first part of the video about how the game is a lot faster and a lot more forgiving when you fall off the track or when you make a mistake. It's a lot easier for you to pick yourself back up, get back into the race, and get back into the flow of the rest of it. Let me do this. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun when you make mistakes and you keep having to redo parts of the stage, parts of the track, I guess. Because it's a lot faster for you to get back into the flow of things, and tricking really helps with that. It's just it's a lot more enjoyable, and then if you time a trick right and you bounce off of another racer or something like that, then it does help you to, you know, have a bit more extra speed and a bit more enjoyment, and it makes the game feel a lot fresher whenever you discover something new. Don't you throw that red shell at me. You did it anyway. But it's a lot more enjoyable than other Mario Kart games. Just gonna throw the other one. Yeah, I don't know. Tricking is a lot of fun, is the long and short of it. I've recently just realized that you can stunt off of a ramp and, for example, just trick off of like a pole or a lamppost or something. That's sort of like a tech that I don't really care so much about, and riding off of the sides of the track and things as well. That's something I don't really care about too much. But I know that it's a thing. I know that it's something you can do. I just don't really care so much at the moment. Maybe if I want to learn that sort of tech, then at some point I will. But for now I don't really overly care that much. I just want to enjoy racing, and I don't really care so much about the online side of it, so it's not that much of a big of a deal for me if I don't sort of learn that sort of stuff, because I'm not missing out on much. I don't really play online anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for me, I guess. Let me just focus on getting this charging chuck quick. There we go. That's ridiculous. Okay. Alright, so I find myself when I'm driving around in this map, I end up finding out that I just sort of drive in the same area, and then I walk to another place, and then I drive around in that area for a while, and then I walk to another place. I don't find myself really driving from place to place so often. But maybe I should do that more frequently. There we go. That's very dangerous. May I recommend against throwing the boomerangs on the road. Now I'm just driving around Moo Moo Meadows. Okay, something I do want to do, I want to change driver because Shy Guy is driving me nuts. What's the driver I don't really have a lot of stuff for? It doesn't matter. Let's go for Luigi. I don't have a lot of stuff for Luigi. And I love the rub cart as well. I really do like that. It's a really, really cool little cart. But what I want to do is I want to go to Dino Dino Jungle. And I'll talk about why in a sec. I love the load times in this game. They load super, super fast. It's so satisfying. You don't have to wait around for so long for the game to load. Hello? Give me that. So, the reason I came to Dino Dino Jungle, yeah, is because I wanted to talk about the map itself, and there's like a bunch of other Mario Kart games since like DS, I guess. You got returning tracks from across the series, and this is one of them. And when I played this track, it took me a really long time to realize that this track was the GameCube one from the original game. And what I love about Mario Kart World is that if there are returning tracks from the franchise, then they've done enough work to them where they feel unique and they feel brand new. Dino Dino Jungle, for example, wasn't a laboratory in the GameCube release. It was just like an environment, like a prehistoric environment with dinosaurs, and that was it. It was just like a dino-themed stage, which was cool, which was fair enough. But now it's got a lot more. It's got a bit more personality. It feels a bit more unique in its design. It feels more like a Jurassic Park sort of feel to it, I guess. And I like the original one, but I feel like this is a step in the right direction to having each course feeling unique when they return to the franchise, instead of just being like, oh, it's that course again. It's like, oh, that's cool. It feels different, it feels new, there's new shortcuts, there's new designs, there's new mechanics brought into the stage that weren't there before, and it feels very unique. It feels a lot more different. It's a lot more enjoyable to go back and play these stages because they don't feel like their original versions, so that I guess in another way they just feel like new courses, but at the same time they're different, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a lot better to have if a course is returning from a different game, if that makes sense. I feel like it makes a lot more sense to have the stage sort of fit the universe and the new approach, instead of just feeling like, you know, it's just, you know, a slightly shinier version of the GameCube stage. There we go. Oh no, it's Nabbit. I'm not gonna chase him. I can't be bothered. But yeah, it's one of the things that I really love about the returning courses, is that they feel fresh and unique, and it feels very enjoyable to just drive around them and explore, because it's not like, in a way, it's not like you've done it like 100 times already. It feels new again. It feels like you're exploring the stages again for the first time, and it's genuinely how I feel about it. I don't even feel like they replace the courses. They just feel like their own version. And I don't know, I just feel like Mario Kart World just does a very good job at it, to be honest. They just feel so fresh again. I feel like I'm just sort of repeating myself on that point, but I just want to sort of drive that point that just because there's old courses that have come back, it doesn't mean that they're the same. Like it's the same sort of thing we've already done, like the same song and dance we've done like 20 times already. Oh, Nabbit's still here. It's just, it's important. if the franchise keeps continuing, it has to stay fresh somehow, and I, you know, just having new mechanics maybe won't do that all of the time. I feel like it does have to have that sort of breath of fresh air, because then otherwise, you know, what's the point? You're gonna play out like FIFA or something where it's the same pitch from like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. There's no creativity or development. It stays the same and it gets stale. You know, I don't know. And when you're playing Mario Kart, I feel like maybe people are gonna have their own fancy versions of the tracks that they like. It's like, oh, do you like the one for Mario Kart World, or do you like the one for Mario Kart 7? Like, who knows? Oh. You get a lift from the Bronchosaurus. Okie dokie. I messed it up. No. I done goofed. Help me, please. Nah. I need to retry that. But yeah, so the next point I sort of wanted to talk about is the exploration in the games. Well, in the game. It's very fun to just explore the game and just drive around and explore different areas and just drive around the world as a whole. Yay, I did it. There's a lot to sort of keep you invested and involved. Yeah, sure, the world isn't like absolutely exploding with content. There's not a whole lot really going on, but at the same time, I don't feel like it really needs to. I feel like the driving is content enough of itself to enjoy. I honestly cannot tell you how much time I've just sort of spent driving around the world and just, you know, appreciating the world itself and the driving and how the game feels, as opposed to just like looking for the next piece of content. Like, I love just aimlessly driving around this world for some reason. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels sort of enjoyable. It's relaxing. I really do like it. I don't know, maybe that feels weird to say. I don't know, maybe not every game needs to have a crazy amount of content. Maybe it doesn't need to, I don't know, have like 2,000 hours worth of content to keep you invested. I mean, it's at the same time, it's a Mario Kart game. It doesn't, I don't know if it's necessary really, is it? Maybe it's just me. I just really like exploring the world and seeing what there is to really do in it. Oh my god, how do I do this? And then you got things like this where you know, it's, oh no, that was a bad decision. How would I do this? I did it. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yay. Oh. Look at me go. Epic. But yeah, it's just those little things. It doesn't need to have like a crazy amount of content to keep you invested. It's just like enough stuff for you to just enjoy, and you know, sort of little bits of things to just sort of keep you coming back to the game, really. Again, it's not, I don't feel like the game needs to have like a insane amount of content. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel perfectly at home with just having this sort of content. And if I want to spend half an hour or 2 hours driving around the world and just exploring and looking at stuff, like, yeah, that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe I don't need like an additional like 50 hours of content to give me a reason to drive around the world. I mean, apart from that, that's not the main focus. I mean, that is the name of the game, that Mario Kart World, but it's not the main focus. I guess it's their first approach at making an open world Mario Kart game. But again, I guess the issue is it's not the focus of the game. I mean, finding the open world part isn't even like a direct option for you to use. The main focus of the game is driving from one track to the next. It's not the whole point of driving around the world. And if that makes sense, I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to make excuses for the game or something. But I feel like the point of the game is to connect the tracks together in a world, and not necessarily about exploring the world. In my head it makes sense, but when I say it out loud it just feels like I'm just, I don't know, making excuses for them, which, I don't know, just sounds dumb and weird. Oh look, I'm this Luigi. But yeah, it's just how I sort of see it, I guess. But I still really enjoy just driving around and exploring stuff. I just find it relaxing, to be honest. Come here. Excuse me. But one of the things I don't really enjoy so much, like I appreciate it being there, but at the same time I don't care about it. And that's the question mark panels that you see scattered around the map. They're well, it would be the stages themselves that you drive around. But they don't really serve much purpose for me. Like, I don't really care. Oh, there he is. Hello. I don't really care about collecting the panels. In an extension, I don't care really about collecting the stickers either. Like, yeah, it's cool having them, but I don't care. And it's the fact that there's no major consequence to actually, you know, collecting them or like finding all of the things, and that's, it just feels a bit redundant to do them. So when I see them, I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. I might do it, I might come back for it later, I don't know. But then, as well as that, it's the Peach tokens as well. I just don't see the point. They have no major function aside from just being a sticker that you put onto the cart itself. Like, I just don't... I didn't see the point in it. You know, if you're a collector and you want to collect everything in the game, like, yeah, that's fine. But for me, it's just one of those things where it just doesn't feel like satisfying to do. And I'm sure that there's plenty of question mark panels that I've missed or whatever. But I just don't care enough to go back and, you know, collect it or do anything with it. Like, I'm perfectly fine just leaving it to one side because I don't gain anything from actually doing it, aside from a sticker. Like, if I got like an extra cart or a new character or something for finding a certain amount, or if I got a cart for, you know, discovering a certain panel or something, then there'd be more reason to do it, because then I'd want to collect all of the carts and I can physically use it. But because it's a sticker, it just feels like, I don't know, what's the point? But yeah, it's just like one of those things with the whoa. Can I? There we go. Hey, like with that coin, I could have just left that for ages, but it's just because I just so happened to have had a feather with me at the time that I decided to go back and do it. Like, I could have just left it. It didn't bother me if I did get it or not. It's fine. I'm gonna go to Mario Kart. Mario Kart? Mario Circuit. And while we're going there, one of the things that I do like about the exploration is the blue switches. I've heard people saying, I think it's pretty unanimous that people do like the blue switches in this game. And it's one of the things that makes exploration more enjoyable. For the first half of the video I did say that I didn't really want to at the time because I wanted to spend more time actually playing the game rather than doing them, but after doing them and doing quite a few of them, like I enjoy it. I do enjoy doing the blue switches. It makes driving around and exploring a bit more enjoyable. When you do them, again, you do just get stickers for doing them, but it feels more rewarding to do them because some of them are super basic. It's just like go collect some blue coins, but some of them are more along the lines of doing tricks to reach a certain place, or driving through obstacles, or just doing that sort of stuff. And that makes it more enjoyable to do as opposed to just doing like the question block panels and the peach coins. Like the peach coins are harder to get to, but it just feels more rewarding to do the challenges themselves. And I guess that's more of a carryover from Mario Kart DS as opposed to anything else, to be honest. I don't know why I came here, to be honest. Maybe I could stay a bit longer and try and find some more stuff. Ugh. Destroy stuff. Yeah, I do enjoy the blue switch missions. They are very enjoyable. I do like me a blue switch mission. Honestly, there's not much more to say about that. They do have their sort of challenges, and they are kind of difficult depending on the one you're doing. But yeah, I just feel like it's fun. Like this one seems cool. Like I'd like to challenge myself more. No. Like it seems fun to have that sort of challenge instead of I don't know, just like doing something because it just so happens to be there. Like it gives you a goal to work towards. How do you do this? It's like Tony Hawk or something. But then it gives you a chance to get better, and it gives you a chance to... How do you do this? I need to go steeper at it, maybe. Just want to try again, maybe one more time. I did it! Yes! I just didn't need to hop to get it. Okay. Maybe what I'll do... maybe I'll just do like a cup or something while I talk about more stuff. I mean, the rest of this sort of does segment into talking about the courses and that sort of stuff. Oh, I got more Luigis. Let's use Mario and the Rob. So I got 2 courses left that I need to 3-star. The banana cup and the leaf cup. I like this piece of music. What is it? Mario Galaxy? Can't remember. Let's do this one. But with the exploration, it's the last thing I want to talk about in terms of exploration, but it sort of makes you feel like a kid again, and wanting to explore the tracks from being younger. I remember being younger and wanting to explore, I don't know, is it Calamari Desert? Like on the N64. I remember wanting to explore the N64 tracks a lot when I was younger because I had more sort of creativity, and I didn't really understand how games worked then, so I was like, oh, what's beyond the wall? How do I get in Peach's castle? Could you imagine driving around Peach's castle in like Mario Kart 64? Somehow they just made the course like accessible. But yeah, it sort of brings you back to your childhood when you see something in a stage and you're like, oh, I wonder what's like through there, or I wonder if I can get through this bit. And I felt like there was there were a lot of times with that with Mario Kart 8, especially with like the Mario circuit. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it is Mario Circuit. But yeah, there were a lot of tracks where I wanted to explore more throughout the franchise, and I'm glad that this sort of gives you the opportunity to do that. It makes the tracks feel more alive, and it's so much more enjoyable to explore them. Come here. Oh. But instead of just being like, oh, it's a death zone there or an invisible wall or something, it's a lot more rewarding when you find something that's just like tucked away somewhere or something. Or when you see a track from a distance and you just drive there and then you're driving around that track instead. Kind of like, was it Mario Sunshine? I can't remember if Mario Kart Double Dash did that. But definitely Mario Sunshine. Where you'd, whoa, you'd see another stage in the distance. Just trying to focus for a second. No, give me the coin. Ah, no. Okay, whatever. Well, this, I can't get 3 stars in this now. Yay. But that sort of goes on to, I guess, the last couple points that I wanted to talk about in this, before I decide to end it and commit to playing more Mario Kart World. So the AI is a lot more difficult in this game compared to the other games. It's a lot more harder to get a 3-star ranking at the end of a course. Some of it is just because I'm being inept and dumb. Some of it is actually because the AI is a lot harder. I don't know if the 24 races... I got all of Mario's things now. I don't know if having so many races sort of contributes to that, but definitely it is a lot harder. The rubber banding is crazy in this game. Like, characters are right up behind you when it feels like they shouldn't be. Whoa. Like, you feel like you can get a really good lead. And then suddenly, I don't know, Peach just appears from nowhere and overtakes you again. Just because you got hit by a red shell. It's ridiculous to maintain a lead in a race. And again, part of that is because of the amount of races, part of that is because of the item rebalancing. So items have been, I guess, rebalanced to appear more frequently, depending on where you are in the state, well, where you are in the race and your ranking, what position you currently are. So that's partly to do with it as well. But yeah, it's just another issue is just how how much more difficult the AI is. Go away. Just to deal with. I just find it much less enjoyable. And it feels like the AI, the CPU is winning purely more on sort of like garbage rubber banding than because of, I don't know, genuine mistakes, or because, I don't know, a character has like actually, I don't know, good items or something. It feels more like the rubber banding is the issue, to be honest. There we go. Go away. If I can't get 3 stars, I'm getting 2 stars. But the amount of times that I've stopped doing a cup because I know that I've lost a race it's just kind of redundant to keep doing it because it's like, why do I keep going? I just want to get 3 stars. I just want to finish first. Yay. But then something else, and it's actually the last point I wanted to talk about in this, and that's to do with the Knockout Tour. The Knockout Tour is really fun. It's a really fun new addition to the franchise. And it really feels like, I think I said it before, it feels a lot like, you know, just, what's it? Sort of feels more like a battle royale. Like Mario Kart's take on a battle royale. More than anything else. Hello. And it's a lot of fun. I do really enjoy playing the Knockout Tour, but it's just the issue of the rubber banding that makes it not so fun. When it comes to, I don't think I've actually gotten a 3-star ranking on a Knockout Tour yet. When it comes to doing a Knockout Tour, you have to, I think you have to get, I think you have to get first place on every segment, I think it is. And dude, I haven't done it once. It's so difficult to do that. And I don't really want to try and cheese the game either. I want to enjoy playing the game properly. And whenever I do a Knockout Tour and I realize that I'm losing, like, it's sort of demotivating. Because it's like, why? I just want to get first again. And it's like the same thing with courses, the cups, like the normal cups, but it's, at least with the normal cups, I've had more luck with coming first. It's more forgiving. You don't have to finish each race in first place or something dumb like that. Because of the rubber banding and how difficult it is to get first, it makes wanting to do them less desirable. Like, I don't have as much sort of want or drive to actually want to play the stage, want to play the Knockout Tour. And it's just because like it's sort of like feels a bit oh yes, I did it. It just feels a bit more trying to think of how to word it, dude. I don't know. It just feels less desirable overall. Because it's so hard to try and get first in each segment. To even want to try and do it to begin with. So that's why I've been playing more of the cups themselves rather than the Knockout Tours, and again, they are super fun. But when it comes to wanting to complete the game, I just don't want to do the Knockout Tours. I don't know. They're really crazy fun to do, and it's really satisfying when you get first at the end. I just don't want to do it. Which is dumb because it's like a third of the game that I'm not playing essentially. But I don't know, I'm okay with that, I guess. I don't really mind so much. I play it when I get the mood to do it. I don't necessarily have to, you know, force myself to sit down and play it. But I will do more Knockout Tours. I will try and actually complete it instead. But yeah, we're just going to the last track now. We're just zooming our way along. One of the only other things I wanted to talk about that wasn't actually anything to do with the rest of the video at all. This game was, as far as I can make out, this game was actually, and Donkey Kong Bonanza were both planned to be Switch 1 games. I think that happens quite a bit with some games anyway in game development, with like Twilight Princess. That was originally a GameCube game and then it got launched on the Wii as well. And then Oh, as soon as I use it, obviously. And then, you know, like Breath of the Wild, that was supposed to be a Wii U game, but then it got pushed to the Switch. But yeah, that happens all the time. But I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder what this game would have been like if it was released on the Switch. Like, I wonder how different the game would have been overall, to be honest. Like, would it have been a big difference? Would it have been a small difference? Would it have just been a bit, like, aesthetically different? Would it have been a, like, different lighting, harsher lighting? Less anti-aliasing or something? I don't know. Lower resolution, obviously lower resolution, but would have been like as high of a frame rate consistently? Would have been like Mario Kart 8 overall? It's just difficult to really say, and I don't know. Obviously it's hard to get the full potential out of a console like right away, but I feel like we're getting to a stage in console lives and game development where, you know, we can get like pretty much the most out of a console that we want pretty much straight away at this point. So it kind of makes me wonder why they didn't just, I don't know. Again, I just wonder what this game would have been like if it wasn't made for the Switch 2, if it was actually just published on the Switch instead. Whoa. But yeah, that's just something that I thought about and something I wanted to talk about. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. It's a bit longer and a bit more weird compared to other videos that I've really made before. Especially this second half where I had like some of it scripted. I've gotten all of the carts. I've managed to complete it. Let's use a normal cart for a little bit. But yeah, it's still, I really love this game. Nothing's changed about how I feel about this game. There's just some things that I've sort of noticed and discovered over like the week and a half that I've been playing it. But I do still really love this game. It's a lot of fun. I really do feel like there's a lot of potential for this game. I don't know about online. Again, I haven't played online. I don't really care so much about it. But I just, from what I have played, I absolutely love this game. It is super fun. And I've been playing so many hours of it already. And I've only had it like a week. Like every free moment that I do get, I'm playing this game. Because I just enjoy it so much. And I love kart races anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like a match made in heaven for me, really. Like an open world, fully open world kart racing game. You can just drive around, you can go really fast, you can zoom around, you can do stunts and stuff everywhere. You can think of it as an excuse to play a track that you really like and talk about nonsense for half an hour. But yeah, I don't know, it's such a fun game. Again, is there a reason to have a Switch 2 at the moment? I don't think so. Not unless you wanted to play Mario Kart World. I still don't think there is a reason to have a Switch 2. I feel like the only reason that the Switch, like Mario Kart World was released on the Switch 2 instead of the Switch 1 was just to push sales. I really think that that's the only reason, just to try and get more people to purchase a Switch 2. But it's such a fun game. And the Switch 2 is like, it's okay. If you have a Switch 1, I guess there's not really a reason, especially if you have an OLED. I don't think there's much reason unless you just want to play Mario Kart World. But yeah. I'm going to leave it here because I'm just going to keep rambling about stuff and I've already gone on for 45 minutes just about nothing. Thank you very much for watching. I will be going back to playing Metal Gear Solid. Just a little side bit, there is a lot of stuff going on in my life at the moment. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, week and a half. And there's just also a lot of work stuff sort of going on at the moment, and it's just taking up a lot of space in my mind. But I will be going back to playing Metal Gear Solid and finish it, well, continuing the story of that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help the channel a lot. And I will see you very, very soon. Laters, taters.